Hi, my name is Sharon Chuter, and I'm the founder of Beauty. I'm also the founder of Pull Up for Change, which is a grassroots organization that fights for economic opportunities, equality, equity for the Black community. Yes. Look, I think it depends, right, on the brand's values and the authenticity, and it also depends on the issue. So let's take, for instance, the Black Lives Matter issue and the issue about economic inequality. Now, this is not an issue of whether the brands want to participate or not. This is a fact that they are one of the biggest perpetuators of this problem by not providing employment to the Black community. In that regard, you're not even being an activist. It's asking you to do the right thing. It's like there's even one part about brands being activists, but there's a whole step before we go there. Because right now, a lot of the movements towards brands is just to get them to do the right things. That's even where it starts from, let alone doing the right things and then taking a kind of moral superiority to coach people on what to do. And I think right now, brands are not quite there yet, where there are a lot of brands who can really stand. I mean, look at Nike as an example. When Black Lives Matter, they were very, active, but it was all performative because immediately we started poking a hole at the substance of it to go, hey, what does your C-suite look like? What does your head office actually look like? You can see how quiet they've been for the rest of the movement. So I think right now, brands really, because a lot of them are not doing it right, the first focus really before starting to become an activist is really clean your house. You have to clean your house first before you actually jump in to lead the way. We're in business, right? And the first thing you learn in business school is anything that cannot be measured cannot be improved, right? Which is why the angle I took to this in terms of getting brands to participate was really starting to measure. If you measure it, you can track it, you can see where you're falling short, you can analyze it, and then you can create solutions. When I see brands who continue saying, oh yeah, we're listening, we're learning, we're this and we're that, but they don't even have a diversity report that is meaningful. There's a difference between just saying, oh, I hired 2 Black people, to going, okay, this is my pipeline, these are my pipeline issues, this is where it's dropping off. I don't have enough Black interns, I don't have enough, or there are many Black entry-level people, but they're not moving upwards. What's broken in my system? What's fundamentally broken? So I go, it's very easy to release a statement. It's very easy to craft something and go committed to change like everybody wrote down. But what are the active steps you're taking every single day? And what is the business priority? Is that number 1 in your top 3 priorities, or is that in your nice to have? How are you tackling this? Is it just about going to hire a chief diversity officer and it's their problem? Creating a diversity council and it's their problem? Is that what you're really doing? Or are you really digging in to get the hard work done? Are you educating your C-suite first on biases? Are you starting from your leadership team and working that and then really looking through your whole ecosystem? Very similar to the approach brands took when they really realized the importance of women, right? And look at the improvement we've had in terms of female participation in leadership roles. Look at how many, even government putting in place, quotas and a lot of things that happen. I think we know what to do, right? Those are the steps that we're taking to get women to participate more in organizations. Is what has to be taken to allow minorities to participate. So when companies are coming out and saying, I want to do something, it's like, well, you already know what to do if you wanted to do it. So don't just go out there releasing statements. It's about backing that statement and having that true commitment to it and the resilience to make it happen. So it's about having that, understanding that this is the problem that has taken hundreds of years to create. And we have to continue working at it, chipping at it. This is not a problem you're going to hire BCG, Boston, Bain, or McKinsey to come fix for you. It's a human problem. We have to tackle it with resilience, commitments to do it. And everybody has to be committed to that, not just your chief diversity officer. You cannot as an organization be living in constant fear of, oh my God, you're going to get dragged. Nobody's going to get it perfect all the time. Rihanna's Fenty Beauty has been dragged. When they did the Geisha Chic, they had to pull that collection out. They still have business. People still trust Rihanna. People still buy from her. They just apologized. Same thing with the Savage Times Fenty show that just happened when the Muslim community were quite angry because of one of the prayers was actually just put through as a DJ set. And it was very offensive to that community. She acknowledged it. She apologized. It was accepted and they moved on. And this is part of being a learning organization, understanding that we're not going to get everything right, but our intent is there to listen, to learn and adapt, because that's really what the consumers are asking for. They're asking you to please do better. It was about, get this right. How can I do better? How can I take that, tweak the business and get it done better next time? And that really needs to be the approach, as opposed to I'm not going to do anything because I need to be perfect all the time. And then for the fear that I'm going to get canceled. Actually, you're going to get canceled for the things that you're not even thinking about, to be honest. So I think, yes, organizations have to be prepared to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes.